For the first time this year, I get to wear this beauty, and I honestly am just blown away with how well Carolina's played. That being said, Carolina did come into this game with, hang on, let me turn off the highlights so I don't distract myself. They're coming into this game playing the coldest team in the National Hockey League. I mean, they just are. Chicago, they've been struggling like crazy. They're just bad all around, and I think it showed tonight as well as many other times Carolina has played, as well as seven other times. It's just I don't know if it's the scandal that's looming over their head, which I may do a video on. Probably will. It's the biggest story in hockey. I wanted to wait till the follow up, but with that scandal and everything, it's been hard to be a hockey fan. I mean, I'm always going to be a hockey fan. I've dedicated way too much time in my life to not be a hockey fan, but it's been hard. So, this game, even with the fact that the team involved and what's making it hard to be involved in was hard to, even turn on the game. I procrastinated turning on and watching the whole game tonight because it was just, it's just, yeah. And, I'm going to do a video on the whole NHL situation, on the whole situation regarding the Blackhawks situation. But that being said, tonight, watching my favorite team whip the teams involved in that scandal's ass felt good, and it was just a fun game. It was physical. It was just, this was an example of one team just coming in and through teamwork it's clicking better because say what you want, Chicago, DeBrincat, Taves, Tyler Johnson, Marc-Andre Fleury wasn't starting this night. Chicago is just as skilled of a team as Carolina in general. I mean, I think Svechnikov and Aho put them over the top now, but that being said, Chicago, they just have some skilled guys on their team. This is an example of a team being a better team through teamwork, not just individual effort. And I think that's what's great about hockey. I think it's what I've loved about watching these Hurricanes through the first other 6 games of the season. It's just they're gelling as a team. They click and everything. When you see someone score, instead of doing an over the top celly, what do? They point to the person who gave them the assist. It's just that those are things I see that really make it shine in Carolina. And another good thing about this, Chicago, they would be the worst team in the NHL if the Arizona Coyotes didn't exist. And so this was a trap game because they're the worst team and they're either the 31st or 32nd worst team in the NHL. That being said, they're still NHL players. They're going to win games. They're going to steal games from other teams. You can't overlook any team in the NHL. And Carolina is showing tonight the way they came in just as aggressive this game as they did against Boston. I think Boston showcases that Carolina is a better team, but Carolina tonight, or showcases that Carolina, how good of a team Carolina is. I stumbled over my words there, I'm sorry, not editing it out. But Carolina, what the Boston game shows Carolina is how good Carolina is better than this game, in my opinion, even though they won by more, they dominated by more, they got more goals because Boston is a really good team. That Core's won a Stanley Cup. This team, well, yeah, Jonathan Taves has won a Stanley Cup. A, he's the only one left on that team. And B, they're just awful. It showcases that. I thought, the officiating I thought was crap. You're giving Svechnikov a penalty for hitting a guy too hard, really, in professional hockey. I mean, I know that's going to exist in USA hockey, but that call on Svechnikov, I thought that was terrible. I'm not one. I try to avoid when talking about Hurricane reviews. I try to avoid criticizing the refs. I have to address that penalty because Svechnikov made a great play finishing his hit and laid an amazing hit on Seth Jones, and they called the penalty. terrible call. But but back to the game at hand. I mean, it's just Steven Lorentz. I might buy a Lorentz jersey if he keeps up that work ethic he's shown the past two games. He almost got another goal the same way he did against the Leafs the other night. Yeah, I mean, it's just the dude is an incredible hard worker, and it shows. And you can just tell. I might end up buying his jersey because I think I'm gonna buy a Canes jersey this year because it's the last year before they put ads on him. So, but I mean, it's just you go through the lineup. Ethan Bear is really starting to come into his own as a Carolina Hurricane. I love that trade for the Hurricanes. Antti Ranta, I thought played well. Was he a world beater? No, but a backup doesn't need to be a world beater. They just need to be good, and Ranta was good. The top line was scoring. I think if I'm going to criticize anything, the penalty kill I felt room to be desired. But that being said, Chicago is a skilled team. I think even for a team as bad as them, their power play is still going to be dangerous. So, but yeah, that's the main negative. But at the same time, we're 7-0-0. I'm not going to rant about it or complain. It's like, no, the team is clicking. And now, who to give Hurricane of the game to? I was a little burnt out, and I didn't really feel like giving out Hurricane of the game last game. But this game, it'll be back. And also, I wanted to focus more on Kyle Beach. But Hurricane of the game will be back. And I got to give it to Tony DeAngelo because he got a Gordie Howe hat trick. He got a goal, a fight, and an assist. He got 2 assists. So he had a 3-point night, and he got into a fight. He got a Gordie Howe hat trick. I mean, I mean, put how you feel about the person aside. I mean, I don't care about his politics. He seems to be clicking well with the team. Every time both times he's gotten a goal, he's pointed at the player who assisted him the goal. He seems to love playing in Carolina. And, honestly, given how much Canes fans, myself included, was not a fan of the Tony DeAngelo signing when they signed him. Other people were. My dad was okay with it. I talked to another person who I know who loves hockey, knows hockey more than any other person I know. I told him that the Canes signed DeAngelo. He was excited for the Canes. He's like, oh, really? They got him. So that put my mind at ease. I said, at least they're getting a guy who's effective at hockey. And tonight, Carolina fans hated him. They were potentially protesting the Hurricanes for signing him and everything. No one, myself included, wanted Tony DeAngelo to come to this team. And tonight he gets a Gordie Howe hat trick, and the crowd is chanting his name. I mean, it's just the connection that anyone can come into Carolina and have a connection with the fans. I think if Tony DeAngelo can do it, anyone can. And I think, I'm not a huge Tony. I'm not ever going to be like Tony DeAngelo, my favorite player. I love what he did tonight. I love his style of play. But, he's just, I like Martinook more, I like Slavin more, I like Svech, Aho more, but just the fact is, Hurricanes fans, they hated DeAngelo. Just hated him. He was public enemy number 1 during the play-in round less than a year ago. Or, yeah, just about a year ago now. And now the crowd is chanting his name, and I think the connection that you get with teams in their city, Carolina has it right now, I remember in school, some people didn't even know the Hurricanes had a team. They were like, do we have a hockey team? I'm like, yeah, they're called the Hurricanes. And now it's, a guy can come into this team being public enemy number 1, not just for how he's playing, not just in a Chris Pronger style, but because people just genuinely don't like him because he was tweeting stuff on Twitter, which, do I agree with some of the stuff he said? No. But that being said, I'm not going to dislike someone because of their politics. It's just, you shouldn't agree with anyone on politics. But that being said, the connection they have that, someone can automatically come in and the crowd's chanting their name and everything. The Colorado fans cheering Ray Bourque lifting the cup the way they did, the fact that Wayne Gretzky became friends with season ticket holders in Edmonton, that's special. With all the controversy of hockey going on, to me this game and moments in this game showcases what can be great about hockey. And to me, we needed, like, I myself included, like, because I don't know if burns out's the right word, but I was just like, can I really sit down and enjoy hockey for a while? And to be able to sit there and get a moment like we did, I feel like I myself, I don't know if other people needed just a moment to just show why hockey is great, why we watch it every night, like it's just, and I mean, anyone watching this video, I only get like 10 views. They watch hockey every night. So it's just, I needed that. I needed a moment to show what is great about hockey. And so, tonight, like there are bigger, more important things to hockey. Absolutely. But hockey, football, soccer, it's still important because it's a nice distraction and everything from the real world. And the real world sometimes does slip into it. But tonight showed, why, even given what's going on, why it's okay to still follow stuff like hockey or sports and everything, even in times of political conflict. And it yeah, I feel like I needed that. I don't know if other people did. There you go. So that's it for this one. I'll see you guys Sunday. And remember, Kyle Beach is a hero.